Hey, Tom here from the Run Testers. In this video, I'm going to be looking at two stability shoes, the Saucony Guide 18 and the Nike Structure 26. Let's have a look. The Saucony Guide 18 costs £130 or $140. It weighs 278 grams or 9.8 ounces for men in a size 8, and the drop is 6mm. The Nike Structure 26 costs £129.99 or $145. It weighs 298 grams or 10.5 ounces for men in a size 8, and the drop is 10mm. The Saucony Guide 18 is a moderate stability shoe designed for daily training and comfort. That support comes from the brand's Centerpath Technology, a wide platform of PWRRUN foam combined with high sidewalls to hold the foot securely in place. Alongside that balanced foam, there's also a softer PWRRUN Plus sock liner that sits in the shoe to improve the comfort of the ride. The main updates to the shoe are a new engineered breathable mesh upper to improve breathability and a redesigned heel collar to improve the fit. On the outsole are modestly placed rubber zones for grip. The shoe is also available in a wide version. The Nike Structure 26 is a moderate stability shoe that combines a full-length ReactX midsole with a midfoot support system that wraps around the arch and heel for a firm, supportive platform. That ReactX midsole is built to balance cushioning with a structured geometry, ensuring a smooth heel-to-toe transition that guides the foot comfortably. The midsole is also slightly higher in stack height than the previous version and aims to deliver a 13% increase in responsiveness when compared to the previous React foam. The upper is made from an engineered mesh that provides plenty of plush cushioning around the collar and tongue, while the outsole combines a thick, flexible rubber forefoot with a high abrasion rubber on the heel to improve both grip and durability. So I'm a size 8 in the UK, these are both size 8 shoes, and they're quite similar when it comes to fit. There's definitely a focus on comfort with these shoes, and there's definitely a lot of space in them as well. The Saucony Guide 18 is definitely a bit more space before my big toe than I'd normally expect in a UK size 8. It's not a problem, it's not loads more space. I definitely wouldn't size up or down in this shoe, but it's definitely a shoe that has extra space in it than I would normally experience. The forefoot of the shoe is quite wide, there's quite a bit of space around the sides of the foot, and the midfoot is quite wide as well. So if you've got average width feet or maybe slightly wider feet, this is a shoe that's probably a little bit more accommodating for you. Definitely a very comfortable shoe to wear. There's lots of padding around it. I found that it's very easy to get a nice lockdown fit in this shoe. It's very much a shoe designed for comfort. It feels very plush, it feels very nice to wear on an easy run and to walk around in as well. So the Nike Structure 26, pretty much the same. There's a bit more padding around the tongue, but really the overall fit is very, very similar to what you get in the Guide 18. So I'd say to my UK size 8 in this shoe as well. The only thing I would flag about it is that I did have a problem, or I am having a problem with the tongue. So the tongue has this quite abrasive material around, it just sits underneath the midsection of the tongue. I do find it rubs quite a bit against my feet, the tops of my feet. Not a major problem, but I've only really been going up to about 13-14k in this shoe. If I was going to do a marathon or something in it, I think I really would notice that. So I've not quite found a way to fix that yet. It just seems to be this material that's quite harsh on the inside of it. So take that into consideration, and I'll report back if I find a way to make it not do that. But I would say to my UK size 8 in both of these shoes. So stability shoes in running have really come along a lot in recent years, and there's loads of great stability options coming out from many brands now which don't feel like stability shoes. They feel like really good shoes that do have supportive elements in them, and that's really good. It's I test a lot of stability shoes now, and I'm very much enjoying a lot of them. There was a time a few years ago when if I tested a stability shoe, it didn't quite work for me. I am told by Get Analysis that I should be looking at stability shoes, and there are various sources that say that a lot of people who don't use stability shoes probably do need a bit of stability in their shoes, because there's times when it's valuable to have, especially when you're tired later in the stages of a long run and things like that. It's good to have a bit of support and stability in a shoe. So there's loads that have come out over the past couple of years, last 3 or 4 years, that are really, really good. There's some great options out there, and shoes that we now classify as just great shoes. We don't have to call them stability shoes. We can just say they're really good shoes with stability in them. So these are two shoes which you're probably going to look at because they are similarly priced. They're almost exactly the same price in both the UK and the US, and a lot of elements of them are very similar. They're both daily stability shoes that are designed for comfort. They're designed for being a bit more moderate when it comes to stability. They're not really noticeable stability shoes, so they're much more accessible to people. So if you don't pronate massively and you don't need loads and loads of stability, these are probably good options for you. They are quite difficult to compare between these two because they are quite similar in what they do, but there's one fundamental feel to the ride that makes the big difference between these. So both of these shoes are daily stability shoes, designed to just clock off the miles really in comfort, but give you a nice bit of support as well. Saucony Guide 18 is a really comfortable shoe. It's basically an easy day shoe, a long easy run shoe that has a really wide base on it. It has quite a nice smooth rocker to it as well, and it's really focused on comfort. It's not very versatile. I really struggle to run faster in this shoe, but it's nice to run a long way in this shoe. So if you're going out and you're doing long distance sessions, if you're doing marathon training as well, and you want a shoe just to go through lots and lots of kilometers in a nice comfortable pace, it really helps with that. It's really smooth. The stability in this shoe really comes down to that big wide midsole. It's a bit softer than what you get in the Nike Structure 26, but because you have this big wide base on it, it just nestles your foot perfectly as you hit the ground, smoothly rolls it forward and off, very much like the Saucony Hurricane 25, which is one of our favorite cushioned shoes out at the moment. So it's a stability shoe, or moderate stability shoe, that really focuses on that smooth, putting your foot in the right position and rolling you forward and taking you off. It's not versatile, it's very comfortable. It's basically a slightly stable cushioned shoe, and I really do enjoy running in this shoe. I don't use it a lot. I really only use it for easy runs. I wouldn't use it for anything, any sort of faster work or anything like that, but it's a very enjoyable shoe if you're going out and you want to just have lots of nice comfortable easy runs and you want that stability element in it as well. But yeah, it's not a versatile shoe. The Nike Structure 26, very similar in the way it does a lot of stuff, but the actual stability in the Nike Structure 26 is a little bit different. So instead of just having a wide base, and it's got a fairly wide base on this, just not as wide as the Guide 18, one of the main stability factors in this comes from the React foam midsole, which is a little bit firmer, a little bit denser than what you get in the Guide 18. And there's also these quite high sidewalls as well. It doesn't have a really noticeable like medial post in it. It just has, the foot just sits a little bit lower against these sidewalls, so you get a nice bit of support from that, and from the ReactX midsole foam, which is a bit firmer and nice and sturdy. It's slightly different from the Guide 18 in that, even though it does many of the same things, the ride is slightly different. So I don't think it's as smooth as the Guide 18. I don't think it's as good at easy pace. But what I do find this shoe is a little bit more versatile. Definitely not the most versatile shoe out there. I wouldn't pick this shoe I was going to do loads of speed sessions or fartleks or anything like that. But it does allow you to be a little bit, just play around a bit more with your speed. So if you're a beginner and you want something with a bit of stability, and you want to go out and start running and do your easy runs, and then as you progress you want to be able to do it with the shoe without buying a new shoe, you can do a bit more in this. It's not a slouch. It can go a little bit faster within reason. Definitely I would say is a bit more versatile at this level than the Saucony Guide 18. The other thing I'd say about these two shoes is that the outsole on the Guide 18 isn't great. There's a really low level of rubber on it. There's quite a bit around the sides, but there's a lot of exposed midsole on this shoe, and that's something that a lot of people have commented on with this shoe, is that it just needs a better outsole on it, just because it doesn't protect that midsole very well, and there's not loads of grip on it as well. So if you rub down that rubber, you're just going down straight to that big section of midsole there, which isn't going to be great. The outsole for the Nike Structure 26, a bit better. It's actually got two different types of rubber on it. It's got this front section, which isn't great. It's a bit smoother. I've done about 45k in this shoe now, and it's already taken off the tread off this front section. So I don't think that's going to help with. It's not going to be particularly durable if you're doing a lot of miles in this. The back section does actually have much better rubber on it for durability. It's really thick, firm rubber, but I don't think it's very grippy either. That's probably going to smooth off quite quickly. So that's probably an issue with the Nike Structure 26. Okay, so as I said, these two shoes are basically the same price in the UK and the US. So if you're going out and you've got a price point that you're looking for and you want something that has some stability in it, maybe you're a beginner that has been told by doing a gait analysis that you need to look at stability shoes, these are probably two that you're going to be looking at, and especially if you're looking at that specific price point. And it is quite a difficult one to choose between, really, because they are both pretty good stability shoes. I've enjoyed running in both of these, and I think they're very comfortable, apart from the slight rubbing I get with the Structure 26, which may be a deal breaker between the two. But I think they're both very good shoes, and they're both very sportive, very good level of stability in them, but also you don't really notice it. So they're very comfortable. They just feel like you're running out in daily cushion shoes in both of them. I think the real difference comes down to the type of runner that you are. So if you are looking for a shoe to just cruise easy miles in, you just want something smooth, lands you nicely, rolls you forward, you're not thinking about going and picking up the pace at any point, you're not trying to progress your speed very quickly, you just want a nice, easy, stable shoe, I'd go for the Guide 18. I think it does a lot of stuff very well, and it really sits in that easy section very nicely. The Structure 26 I think can do that, I think, but I don't think it's as good if your sole purpose is comfort over easy runs. I think it's probably more of a daily workhorse where you might want to do a few different types of runs. You might do some easy stuff, you might want to run a bit faster, maybe you're in a running club and they may run slightly faster sessions sometimes. I think this is more of a workhorse that's going to be a bit more versatile and flexible into that style of running. Guide 18, you're stuck basically doing the same thing all the time, which isn't bad if that's what you want. It's better at doing that, but there's a bit more versatility in the Nike Structure 26. And for the price, it's very easy to compare because they're basically the same price. So for me, I'm going to go for the Guide 18, because the reason that I would use this shoe is for easy runs, and I just want comfort. I just want to go out and just do a 10k, do a 15k in a nice, comfortable way, and I would use other shoes because I would put this in a rotation as an easy shoe, whereas the Structure 26 doesn't really fit in a rotation for me, because if I want a versatile shoe, I want it to be able to do a lot more than this shoe. If I want an easy day shoe, I want it to be more comfortable and a smoother heel toe transition than this shoe. So it doesn't really fit in a rotation for me. So I'm going to go for the Guide 18 in this Versus. That's it from me on this Versus. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that little bell. If you go to Catch them below, you can find it to our podcast, which comes out a couple of times each month. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time.